안녕하세요. 오늘은 좀 일찍 일어나서 여유가 있었습니다. 딴짓하다가 지금 강의라고 해야 되나요? 방송을 시작합니다. 오늘은 2022년의 마지막 날 12월 31일이죠. 최근에 연말이고 시간이 지남에 따라 약간 싱숭생숭해지는 게 좀 있었는데 다시 또 괜찮아졌어요. 마음이 동요하고 왔다 갔다 할지라도 기본적인 습관을 갖고 있으면 꾸준히 할 수 있으면은 사실 다시 제자리에 돌아오는 건 어렵지 않은 것 같아요. 해보겠습니다. Unit 27 Must and can't. So this example, my house is very close to the highway. It must be very noisy. We use must to say that we are pretty sure something is true. You've been traveling all day. You must be tired. Traveling is tiring. And you've been traveling all day, so you must be tired. Joe is hard worker. Joe is hard worker. Joe, you must be kidding. He doesn't do anything. Liz must get very bored in her job. She does the same thing every day. 잠깐 체크 하나 해볼게요. 희망적이네요, 나름. 2023년 건물이 좀 나옵니다. We use must not to say that we feel sure something is not true. Their car is not outside their house. They must not be home. Tori said he would be here by 9:30. It's 10 now, and he's never late. He must not be coming. They haven't lived here for very long. They must not know many people. The structures are he must be being get no hair. Must not have done. For the past we use must not have done. I lost one of my little gloves. I must have dropped it somewhere. That's the only explanation I can think of. There's nobody home. They must have gone out. We used to live very close to the highway. You did? It must have been noisy. Sarah hasn't contacted me. She must not have gotten my message. Justin walked into a wall. He must not have been looking where he was going. Can't and must not. We use can't. We use can't to say that we find it impossible to believe something. How can you say that? You can't be serious. I find it impossible to believe that you are serious. Can't. You can't be serious. You can't be serious. Compare can't and must not. To want something to eat. But he just had lunch. He can't be hungry already. He can't be hungry already. I find it impossible to believe that he is hungry. I offered Olivia something to eat, but she doesn't want anything. She must not be hungry. This is the only explanation. Must cook. Putting mouth what was that? Putting must or must not. You've been traveling all day. You must be tired. You've been traveling all day. You must be tired. You've been traveling all day. The restaurant will be very good. It's always full of people. Must be. I'm sure Kit gave me her address. I'm sure Kit gave me her address. I must have it somewhere. I often see that man on this street. He must live nearby. It rained every day during their vacation. Really? Very pleasant for them. It must not have been very pleasant for them. You got here very quickly. You must have driven very fast. Bill and Sue always stay at five-star hotels. They must have. They have not. They must not have a problem. Have a problem with money. Complete each sentence with the verb on what two words. I've lost one of my gloves. I must have dropped it somewhere. Dropped. Their house is very near the motorway. It must be very noisy. You've lived in the village a long time. You must know. You must know. I don't seem to have my wallet with me. I must have left it at home. How old is Sam? He's older than me. must be at least 3. I didn't hear my phone. I must be asleep. I must have been asleep. You're taking a vacation soon. You must be forward to it. You must look forward to it. You looking? I'm sure you know this song. You must be owned. Hmm. The road is closed, so we have to go another way. There must. Do you have a car? You must. How could I afford to have a car? Use the roads in parentheses to write sentences with must have and must not have. We went to our friend's house and rang the doorbell, but nobody answered. They go out. They must have gone out. Sarah hasn't contacted me. She must not have gotten my message. The jacket you bought is very good quality. It must be very expensive. It must have been very expensive. I haven't seen our neighbors for the last few days. They go away. They must have gone away. They must have gone. Amy was in a very difficult situation. Amy was in a very difficult situation when she lost her job. It must, it must not have been easy for her. There was a man standing outside the coffee shop. He was there a long time. Hmm. He must have waited for somebody. We two did the process of what I asked her to do. She must not. She must have not understood. Understood what I said. When I got back to my car, it was unlocked. It was so loud. I must have forgot to lock it. The light was red, but the car didn't start. Really? The driver said the red. Must not have. Must not have seen the weather light. Paul has had these shoes for years, but they still look new. He wear them much. But they still look new. Paul has had these shoes for years, but they still look new. Hmm. He must wear. He must have worn them much. They still new. They still look new. Complete each sentence with must not or can't. How can you say such a thing? You can't be serious. Their car is not outside their house. They must not be home. I just bought the box of chocolates yesterday. It must not be empty. It must. It can be empty. It must not be empty. I just bought that box of chocolates yesterday. It can't be empty. Must not. Compare can't and must not. Hmm. Just had lunch. It can't be hungry already. Can't. Can't be empty. The Smiths always go on vacation this time of year, but they are still home. This must not be taking a vacation this year. You just started filling out your tax forms 10 minutes ago. You can't be finished with them already. Can't be finished. Ari is a good friend of Anna's, but he hasn't visited her in the hospital. He must not know she's in the hospital. 좀 오래 걸렸네요. 이틀가 one time. 27. Must. He must not. The driver must not have seen. I must have forgotten. She must not have. No, 6. He must have. 5. He must have. 5. Amy was in a very difficult situation when she lost her job. Must not have. 이거는 실수네. It was a mistake. No, I have not. Okay. This is true. You lived in this village a long time. You must know. I have not. Collect. Have been looking. Have heard. Happy. 저기 be kidding. You're taking a vacation soon. You must have heard it before. I'm sure you know this song. You must have heard. What? What the fuck? The road is cold, so we have to go another way. There must have been an accident. Dear car, you must be kidding. How could I afford to have a car? must now, must now. Next unit 28, May and Might. May and Might. 1. So this example situation, you're looking for Ben. Nobody is sure where he is, but you get some suggestions. Where's Ben? He may be in his office. He might be having lunch. Ask Kate. She might know. Perhaps she knows. Perhaps he is having lunch. Perhaps he is in his office. May or might. We use may or might to say that something is possible. Usually you can use may or might. It may be true, or it might be true. Perhaps it is true. Amado. She might know. She might know. She may know. The negative forms are may not and might not. It may not be true. Perhaps it is true. She might not know. Perhaps she doesn't know. I, you, he may might not what be true, be doing, been no work wants. Not the difference between may be towards and may be. It may be true, may plus verb. Is it true? Maybe I'm not sure. Maybe it's possible, perhaps. For the past, we use may have, might have. I wonder why Kate didn't answer her phone. She may have been asleep. Perhaps she was asleep. I can't find my phone anywhere. You might have left it at work. Perhaps you left it at work. Why wasn't Amy at the meeting yesterday? Why wasn't Amy at the meeting yesterday? She might not have known about it. Why wasn't Amy at the meeting yesterday? Why wasn't Amy at the meeting yesterday? She might not have known about it. Perhaps she didn't know. I wonder why David was in such a bad mood yesterday. I wonder why David was in such a bad mood yesterday. He may not have been feeling well. 뭐야 이게? 당연한 소리. He may not have been feeling well. Perhaps he wasn't feeling well. Might not or not have been ing known had wanted left. Could is similar to may and might. Oh, it's a strange story, but it could be true. It is possible that it's true. You could have left your phone at work. It's possible that you left it there. But couldn't negative is different from may not and might not compare. Sarah couldn't have received my message. Otherwise, she would have replied. It is not possible that she got my message. She could. Why hasn't Sarah replied to my message? I suppose she might not have received it. Perhaps she did. Perhaps she didn't. It's possible that she didn't receive it. Sarah couldn't have received my message. Otherwise, she would have replied. It's possible that she didn't receive it. Complete the sentences. Choose from the box. Do you know where Helen is? I'm not sure. She might be in her room. Do you know where she is? I'm not sure. She might be in her room. Uh, Is there a bookstore near here? I'm not sure, but ask Anna. She might know. Where are those people from? I don't know. I don't know. They might be Brazilian. Brazilian. Might be Brazilian. Number four. I hope you can help me. I hope you can help me. I'll try, but it may not be it may not be possible. It may not be possible. Whose phone is this? Whose phone is this? It's not mine. It's not mine. It may be Tom's. Why doesn't Kevin answer his phone? He might be driving. Number seven. Do you know anyone who has a key to this cupboard? Rachel might have one, but I'm not sure. Tommy is in a strange mood today. Yeah, he is. He may not be feeling well. Complete each sentence using the verb in parentheses. Where's Ben? I'm not sure. She might be having lunch. Complete each sentence using the verb in parentheses. Where's Ben? I'm not sure. He might be having lunch. I'm not sure. True, true, true. He might be having lunch. Who was the guy we saw with Anna yesterday? Who was the guy we saw with Anna yesterday? I'm not sure. It may be her brother. Maybe it may be. Who was the guy we saw with Anna yesterday? I'm not sure. It may be her brother. May have been her brother. Is Jen here? I don't see her. She may not. Is Jen here? I don't see her. She may not arrive. She may not have arrived yet. Be sure. She might not know. Is Jen here? I don't see her. She may not arrive yet. Everyone said he'd meet us in the coffee shop, but he isn't here. He might be waiting. Might be waiting outside. It's too hard. How did John? How did John know that I'd lost my job? I don't know. I suppose Sam may have told him. Do you know where Nate is? Is he still in the office? He was here earlier, but he might have gone home. Where's Emma? What's she doing? I'm not sure. She might watch TV. Does Eric have any brothers or sisters? I'm not sure. I think he may have a younger sister. I can't find my umbrella. Have you seen it? You may you may have left it in the restaurant last night. I rang Dan's doorbell, but he didn't answer. I'm sure he was there. He might not. He might not have been here the doorbell. He might not have heard. And are you supposed to meet us here? And she's already 10 minutes late. She may have forgotten. Karen, she's always forgetting things. She's always forgetting things. Complete the sentence using might not have or couldn't have. Might not have. Couldn't have received. but she might not have received it. 하는 거를 하거나 못한 거고 가는 거를 하거나 못한 거. I was surprised Amy once wasn't at the meeting. It's possible that she didn't know about it. Maybe she might not have known about it. I wonder why Tom didn't come to the party. It's possible he didn't want to come. It's possible he might have come. He might hear to come. He might might not have known. I wonder why Tom didn't come to the party. It's possible he didn't want to come. It's possible he might not have wanted to come. Three. I wonder how the fire started. Was it an accident? No, the police say it blah 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 on accident. It was still deliberate. It couldn't have it couldn't have an accident. Have been an accident. It couldn't have been to come. It couldn't have been an accident. It was deliberate. Mike says he needs to see you. Mike says. He tried to find you yesterday. Well, he blah 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 very hard. I was in my office all day. Might not. It might not have seen met very hard. Not have. The man you spoke to, are you sure he was American? No, I'm not sure. He might not. Are you sure he was married? Might not. Couldn't have tried. I wonder how the fire started. Was it an accident? Not sure. Mike says he needs to see you. He tried to find you yesterday. Well, he couldn't have tried very hard. I was in my office all day. Forgotten, heard, applaud, have, be watching, have gone, have told, be waiting, arrive, have arrived, have been. Is Jen here? I don't see her. She may not have arrived. Is Jen here? I don't see her. She may not have arrived yet. Might know. Might be Brian, may not be possible. Maybe Tom's, might be truck driving, might have one, may not be feeling well. So stone. May and might second. Unit 29. We use may and might to talk about possible actions or events in the future. I haven't decided where to go on vacation. I may go to Hawaii. Perhaps I will go there. Take an umbrella with you. It might rain later. Perhaps it will rain. The bus isn't always on time. We might have to wait a few minutes. Perhaps we will have to wait. The negative forms are may not and might not. Amy may not go out tonight. She isn't feeling well. Perhaps she will not go out. There might not be enough time to discuss everything at the meeting. Perhaps there will not be enough time. Compare. I'm going to buy a car for sure. I may buy a car. I might buy a car. Possible. 가능하다고 무조건 하는 게 아니고. Usually, you can use may or might, so you can say, I may go to Hawaii. I might go to Hawaii. Julia might be able to help you. Julia may be able to help you. But we use might, not may, when the situation is not real. If they paid me better, I might work harder. not I may work. This situation, if they paid me better, is not real. They don't pay me well, so I'm not going to work harder. My It's not real. Compare may brought me flushed by my B ions and will be ions. Don't phone at 8:30. I'll be watching football on TV. Compare may flush my B ions and will be ions. Don't phone at 8:30. I'll be watching football on TV. Don't phone at 8:30. I might be watching football on TV. Perhaps I'll be watching it. We also use may might be ing for possible plans. Compare. I'm going to Hawaii soon, so for sure I might be going to Hawaii soon. Possible. Might as well. Helen and Claire have just missed the bus. The bus run every hour. Really? It takes a long time. It's a long time. What should we do? Should we walk? We might as well. It's a nice day, and I don't want to wait here for an hour. We might as well do something. We should do it because there is no better alternative. There is no reason not to do. You can also use may as well. So what time are you going out? Well, I'm ready, so I might as well go now, or I may as well go now. Buses Buses are so expensive these days. You might as well take a taxi. Taxis are as good, no more expensive than bus. We might as well. 음, 대안이 없다는 거야. Alternative. Which other alternative makes sense? Where are you going for your vacation? I haven't decided yet. I might go to Hawaii. I might go to Hawaii. 정해지지 않았으니까 I'm going이 아니라 I might. Have you decided what kind of car you want to buy? Yes, I might get a sports car. Decide? I'm going to get a. I'm going to. When is Tom coming to see us? He hasn't said yet. He might come on Sunday. Where are you going to put that picture? I don't know yet. I might hang it in the bedroom. What's Natalie going to do when she leaves school? Does she know yet? Yeah, she's decided she's going to college. Do you have plans for the weekend? Weekend. Do you have plans for the weekend? Nothing definite. I might go away. Complete the sentences using might plus a verb from the box. Take an umbrella with you when you go out. It might rain later. Don't make too much noise. You might wake the baby. Be careful when your coffee. Be careful with your coffee. You might spill it. Don't forget your phone. You might. It's better if you don't talk so loud. Somebody might hear us. Be careful, this sidewalk is icy. You might slip. Complete the sentences use might be able to, might have to. One of these verbs. Tell me about your problem. I might be able to help you. I can come to the meeting, but I can come to the meeting, but I might have to wait before the end. I'm not free this evening, but I might be able to see you tomorrow evening. I'm not sure whether this parking lot is free or not. have to pay. There's a long line. We might have to wait a long time. We can come to the meeting, but I might have to. I have a problem with my bike. Let me take a look. I have a problem with my bike. Let me take a look. I might be able to. Fix. Fix the pay. Leave. Wait. I can come to the meeting, but I might have to leave. To the meeting, but I might have to leave. There's a long line. We might have to wait. Write sentences with might not. With Lisa's not feeling very well, I'm not sure that she will go to the party. Lisa might not go to the party. I haven't seen him for a long time. I don't know if I will realize him or not. I might not recognize him. We're gonna go to the game, but I don't know whether we'll be able to get tickets. You might not. Go to the park. I said I'd do this shopping, but it's possible I won't have time. I said I'll do the shopping, but it's possible I won't have time. I might not go shopping to do shopping. I might not have time. I've been invited to the wedding, but I'm not sure that I'll be able to go. Read these situations and write sentences with might. Read the situations and write sentences with might as well. You and our friend have just missed the bus. The bus run every hour. You say we have to wait an hour for the next bus. We might as well work. Your computer doesn't work anymore. It will cost a lot to do repair. It's not worth repairing. I might as well buy a new one. Might as well buy. You painted the kitchen. Used to have a lot of paint, so why not? Why not paint the bathroom too? You say blah 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 too. There's plenty of paint left. I might as well. I might as well paint too. There's plenty of paint left. Bathroom. Number 4. You and your friend are at home. You and your friend are at home. You're bored. This movie on TV starting in a few minutes. You say you blah blah blah. Yeah, there's nothing else to do. You might as well watch a movie. Let's check the correct answer. Ugh. I might as well watch. Might as well paint the bedroom. Might as well buy. So 29.4. I might not be able to go to the wedding. I might not have time to do. We might not be able to go get tickets for the game. Might not be able to. Oh, I'm so hungry. I might as well have breakfast. No, we might not be able to get it. I might not. Get that. Expand the hair sleep. My God. My head. I think the 3 units from 27 to 29. It's right. It's world record for me. So it's done. I'm done this study. I'm gonna read English book with named Charlie and Chocolate Factory. I don't know what this time is. I decided not to check the time by studying in English from 5 a.m. to 6:30. But I can know is 6:30. I make alarm every day 6:30 a.m. Anyway, I'm gonna read this book. Mr. Wonka and the Indian Prince. Prince Pondicherry wrote a letter to Mr. Willy Wonka, said Grandpa Joe, and asked him to come all the way out to India and build him a colossal palace entire out of chocolate. Did Mr. Wonka do it, Grandpa? He did it, indeed. And What a palace it was! It had 100 rooms, and everything was made of either dark or light chocolate. The bricks were chocolate, and the cement holding them together was chocolate. And the window was chocolate, and all the walls and ceilings were made of chocolate. So were the carpets and the pictures and the furniture and the beds. And when you turned on the taps in the bedroom, hot chocolate came pouring out. When it was all finished, Miss Wonka said to Prince Pondicherry, "I warn you, though, it won't last very long, so you'd better start eating it right away." "Nonsense!" shouted the prince. "I'm not going to eat my palace. I'm not even going to nibble the staircase or lick the walls. I'm going to live in it." But Mr. Wonka was right, of course, because soon after this there came a very hot day with a boiling sun, and the whole palace began to melt, and then it sank slowly to the ground, and the crazy prince, who was dozing in the living room at the time, woke up to find himself swimming around in a huge brown stick lake of chocolate. Little Charlie sat very still on the edge of the bed, staring at his grandfather. Charlie's face was bright, and his eyes were stretched so wide you could see two whites all around. "Is all this really true? Is all this really true?" he asked. "Or are you pulling my leg?" "It's true," cried all four of the old people at once. "Of course it's true. Ask anyone you like, and I'll tell you something else that's true," said Grandfather, and knew he belonged closer to Charlie, and lowered his voice to soft, sick whisper. "Nobody ever comes out of where?" asked Charlie. "And nobody ever goes in." "In where?" cried Charlie. "Wonka's factory, of course." "Grandfather, what do you mean?" "I mean workers, Charlie." "Workers of factories," said Grandfather, "have workers swimming in and out of the gates in the morning and evenings, except workers. Have you ever seen a single person going into the place or coming out?" Little Charlie looked slowly around at each of the four old faces, one after the other, and they all looked back at him. They were friendly, smiling faces, but they were also quite serious, and there was no sign of joking or like pulling on any of them. "Well, have you?" asked Grandpa Joe. I really don't know, Grandpa," Charlie stammered. "Whenever I walk past the factory, the gates seem to be closed." "Exactly," said Grandpa Joe. "But there must be people working there." "Not people, Charlie. Not ordinary people, anyway." "Then who?" cried Charlie. That's it. You see, that's another of Mr. Willy Wonka's cleverness. "Charlie dear," Mrs. Bucket called out from above, while she was standing by the door. "It's time for bed. That's enough for tonight." "But mother, I must hear." "Tomorrow, my darling. That's right, said Grandpa Joe. I'll tell you the rest of it tomorrow evening. The secret workers. The next evening, Grandpa Joe went on with his story. His story. You see, Charlie, he said, not so very long ago, there used to be thousands of people working in Mr. Willy Wonka's factory. Then one day, all of a sudden, Mr. Wonka had to ask every single one of them to leave, to go home, never to come back. But why? Asked Charlie. Because of spies. Spies? Yeah, all the other chocolate makers, you see, had begun to grow jealous of the wonderful candies that Mr. Wonka was making. And they started to sending in spies to steal his secret recipes. Rasps. The spies took jobs in the Wonka factory pretending that they were ordinary workers, and while they were there, each one of them found out exactly how a certain special thing was made. And did they go back to their own factories and tell? Asked Charlie. They must have, answered Grandpa Joe. Because soon after that, Pickle Gruber's factory started making an ice cream that would never melt, even in the hottest sun. Then Mr. Parnot's factory came out with a chewing gum that never lost its flavor, however much you chewed it. And then Mr. Slugwater's factory began making candy balloons that you could blow up to huge size. Below you propped them with a pin and gobbled them up. And so on, and so on. And Mr. Willy Wonka tore his beard and shouted, "This is terrible! I shall be ruined! There are spies everywhere! I shall have to close the factory!" But he didn't do that, Charlie said. Oh, yes, he did it. He told all the workers that he was sorry, but they would have to go home. Then he shut the main gates and fastened them with a chain. And suddenly Wonka's giant chocolate factory became silent and deserted. The chimneys stopped smoking, the machines stopped whirring, and from then on, not a single chocolate or candy was made. Not a soul went in or out, and even Mr. Willy Wonka himself disappeared completely. Months and months went by. Grandpa Joe went on, but still the factory remained closed. And everybody said, poor Mr. Wonka, he was so nice, and he made such marvelous things. But he's finished now, it's all over. Then something astonishing happened. One day, early in the morning, thin columns of white smoke seemed to be coming out of the tops of the tall chimneys of the factory. People in the town stopped and stared. What's going on? They cried. Someone's lit the furnaces. Mr. Wonka must be opening up again. They went to the gates. expecting to see them wide open and Mr. Wonka standing there to welcome his workers back. But no, the great iron gates were still locked and chained as securely as ever, and Mr. Wonka was nowhere to be seen. But the factory is working, the people shouted. Listen, you can't hear the machines. They are all wearing again, and you can smell the smell of melting chocolate in the air. Grandpa Joe lunged forward and laid a long brawny finger on Charlie's knee, and he said softly, but most mysterious of all, Charlie, were the shadows in the windows of the factory. The people standing on the street outside could see small dark shadows moving about behind the frosted glass glass windows. Shadows over home, said Charlie quickly. That's exactly what everybody else wanted to know. The place is full of workers. The people shouted, but nobody's gone in. The gates are locked. It's crazy. Nobody ever comes out either. But there was no question at all, said Grandpa Joe, that the factory was running, and it's gone on running ever since. For these last 10 years, what's more, the chocolates and the candies it's been turning out have become more fantastic and delicious all the time. And because now, when Mr. Wonka invents some new and wonderful candy, neither Mr. Fickle Glover nor Mr. Podnose nor Mr. Slugworth nor anybody else is able to copy it. No spies can go into the factory to find out how it is made. But Grandpa Who, quite truly, who is Mr. Wonka using to do all the work in the factory? Nobody knows, Charlie. But that's absurd. Hasn't someone asked Miss Walker? Nobody sees him anymore. He never comes out. The only things that come out of the place are chocolates and candies. They come out through the special trap door in the wall, all packed and addressed, and they are picked up every day by post office trucks. But Grandpa, what sort, what sort of people are they that work in there? My dear boy, said Grandpa Joe, that is one of the great mysteries of the chocolate making world. We know only one thing about them. They are very small. The faint shadows that sometimes appear behind the windows, especially late at night when the lights are on, are those of tiny people no taller than my knees. There aren't any such people, Charlie said. Just then, Mr. Burkett, Charlie's father, came into the room. He was home from the toothpaste factory, and he was waving an evening newspaper rather excited. Have you heard the news? He cried. He held up the paper so that they could see the huge headline. The headline said, Wonka Factory to be opened and let to lock in few. The golden tickets. You mean people are actually going to be allowed to go inside the factory? Quiet, grandfather. Readers, what is this quickly? All right, said Mr. Bucket, smoothing out the newspaper listen. Mr. Willy Wonka, the candy-making genius whom nobody has seen for the last 10 years, sent out the following notice today. Willy Wonka have decided to allow 5 children, just 5, mind you, and no more, to visit my factory this year. These lucky 5 will be shown around personally by me, and they will be allowed to see all the secrets and the magic of my factory. Then, at the end of their tour, as a special present, all of them will be given up chocolates and candies to last them for the rest of their lives. So watch out for the golden tickets. 5 golden tickets have been printed on golden paper, and these 5 golden tickets have been hidden underneath the ordinary wrapping paper of 5 ordinary candy bars. These 5 candy bars may be anywhere in any shop, in any street in any town, in any country in the world, counter, upon any counter, where Wonka's candies are sold. And the 5 lucky finders of these 5 golden tickets are the only ones who will be allowed to visit my factory and see what it's like now inside. Good luck to you all, and happy hunting, signed Willy Wonka. The man's dirty, muttered Grandma Josephine. He's brilliant, cried Grandpa Joe. He's a magician. Just imagine what will happen now. The whole world will be searching for those golden tickets. Everyone will be buying Wonka's candy bars in the hope of finding one who'll sell more than ever before. Oh, how exciting it would be to find the one and all the chocolate and candies that you create for the rest of your life free. Said Grandpa Joji. Just imagine that. They'd have to deliver them either in a truck, said Grandma Georgina. It makes me quite ill to think of it, said Grandma Josephine. Nonsense, cried Grandpa Joe. Wouldn't it be something, Charlie, to open a bar of candy and see a golden ticket glistening inside? It certainly would, Grandpa, but there isn't a hope, Charlie said sadly. I only get on one bar a year. You never know, darling, said Grandma Georgina. It's your birthday next week. You have as much chance as anybody else. I'm afraid that simply isn't true, said Grandpa George. The kids who are going to find the golden tickets are the ones who can afford to buy candy bars every day. Our Charlie gets only one a year. There is no hope. The folks did find us. The very next day, the first golden ticket was found. The find was a boy called Augustus Goop. And the Mr. Perkins even newspaper carried a large picture of him on the front page. The picture showed a 9-year-old boy who was enormously fat and looked as though he had been blown up with a powerful pump. Great flabby folds of fat folds bulged out from every part of his body, and his face was like a monstrous ball of dots with two small greedy current eyes peering out upon the world. The town in which Augustus group lived, the newspaper said. Ah, gone wild with excitement over their hero. Flags were flying from all the windows. Children had been given a holiday from school, and the parade was being organized in honor of the famous youth. I just knew Augustus would find a golden ticket his mother had told the newspaperman he eats so many candy bars a day that it was almost impossible for him not to find one. Eating is his hobby, and that's all he's interested in. But still, and that's better than being a polygon and shooting off cheap guns and things like that in his spare time, isn't it? And what I always say is he wouldn't go on eating like he does unless he needed nourishment. Would he eat all vitamins anyway? What a thrill it will be for him to visit Mr. Wonka's marvelous factory. We're just as proud as can be. What are we voting on? Said Grandma Josephine. The- And what a repulsive boy, said Grandma Georgina. Only four golden tickets left, said Grandpa George. I wonder who will get those. And now the whole country, indeed the whole world, seemed suddenly to be caught up in a mad candy buying spree. Everybody is searching frantically for those precious remaining tickets. Fully grown woman was seen going into sweet shops and buying 10 Wonka candy bars at a time, then tearing up the wrappers on the spot and peering eagerly underneath for glints of golden paper. Children were taking hammers and smashing their piggy banks and running out the shops with handfuls of money. In one city, a famous gangster robbed a bank of $5,000 and spent the whole lot on candy bars the same afternoon. And when the police entered his house to arrest him, they found him sitting on the floor amidst mountains of candy, ripping up the wraps with the blade of a long dagger. In front of Russian, a woman called Charlotte Ross claimed to have found the second ticket, but it turned out to be a clear fake. In England, the famous scientists probably invented the machine, which should tell you advance without putting the wrapper of a candy bar, or whether or not there was a golden ticket hidden underneath it. The machine had a mechanical arm that shot out with tremendous of tremendous force and grabbed hold of anything that had the slightest bit of gold inside it. And for a moment it looked like the answer to everything, but unfortunately, while the professor was showing off the machine to the public at the candy counter for a large department store, the mechanical arm shot out and made a grab for the gold filling in the back tooth of a duchess who was standing nearby. There was an ugly scene, and the machine was smashed by the crowd. That's really hard. I don't know this time. What time is? I can't wait to check the time. 음. 오늘 역시 알람이 안 울린 거였어요. 2시간. 말도 안 돼. 제가 평소 1시간 반 공부하는 것보다 너무 길었다고 느꼈는데 알람을 제가 주말에 안 맞췄나 보네요. 주말 알람까지 맞추고 하겠습니다. 내일 만나요. 오늘 2시간은 진짜 길었는데 제가 2시간을 할 수 있다는 걸 알아서 기분이 좋습니다. 2022년의 마지막 날이었고요. 내일 또 만납시다. 근데 내일은 해돋이를 혹시 보러 갈 수도 있어서 이 아침 공부를 낮에 할 수도 있어요. 대신 아침에 해돋이 보러 가게 되면 해돋이 영상을 좀 올릴게요. 안녕.